So this right here, you guys, is Alana Elizabeth Jackson. Oh, you giving everybody a big cry. Hi you guys, my name is Brittany and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm actually going to be filming the birth story of my third baby girl. I cannot believe she is actually here, you guys. This was such a long journey, but it was well worth the wait. If you guys are new here, again, my name is Brittany. I actually have two other daughters. My older daughter, her name is Brielle. She is 7, and I have a 1.5-year-old daughter named Leia. So this is actually my third baby. I didn't know the gender of this baby when I was pregnant, and you guys, I found out that I actually had my third baby girl on January 2nd, and it was such an awesome experience. So let me go ahead and get right into my birth story of my third baby. So you guys, this birth experience was completely different from my other two daughters. I knew I was going in for a scheduled C-section. My C-section actually was scheduled for January the 3rd at noon. And it's so crazy that she decided to come here a day early. And you know, at the end of the day, I thought that I was going to go into labor before, but as the days got closer and closer and closer, I was like, okay, I'm just going to make it to my scheduled C-section. And you guys, for the day or the day before my scheduled C-section, which was the day she was born, I had my whole day planned out. I knew what I was going to be doing. You know, I had my whole schedule because I was like, okay, this is going to be my last day pregnant. I want to do this, 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 and this. But no, this baby girl right here had other plans for January 2nd. So at that night, it was so weird. At about, 12 o'clock, I couldn't go to sleep. I went downstairs, you guys, and I made me a bagel. I know, so random. And I came upstairs, you guys, and I was watching YouTube videos all night. I just really couldn't get comfortable, and I couldn't sleep. So around 1:45, I was just, laying down here on the bed, on my phone, watching YouTube videos. TJ was actually downstairs playing video games. Of course, that's what he does in the basement. And you guys, I was just, in here chilling. And next thing you know, it felt like, I just peed myself, because in my pregnancy, I did experience peeing myself and I thought my water broke. But anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, should I just pee myself? So you guys, I jumped up and I went to the bathroom. And as soon as I stood in the bathroom, you guys, it was the biggest gush I ever felt, and it was just all over the floor. You guys, if your water has ever broken, it is really the messiest thing that you can ever experience. This is actually the first time my water broke in all 3 of my pregnancies, so I never experienced that, and it was just, you guys, a mess. It was just water everywhere. It was disgusting, and I had pajama pants on, so I looked like a cowboy with the stripes coming down my pants. So you guys, I was like calling TJ, trying to get him to come upstairs without waking up my other 2 daughters. And you guys, I ended up having to run downstairs and get him and say, TJ, my water broke. So anyway, you guys, my water broke, and at that time I wasn't really experiencing any contractions. So I called my mom and I told her, I said, hey mom, my water broke. Can you go ahead and come over here with the girls so me and TJ can head to the hospital? So my mom, she lives about 5 minutes away, you guys. So she came over immediately. And when I was waiting for her to come, you guys, I just hopped in the shower because I felt disgusting. And I just took a quick shower, and I took a shower with my antibacterial soap just because I knew I was going in for a C-section, because I already have had 2 prior C-sections. So I just went ahead and did the same protocol that I would have had to do on Friday morning, which was to, wash in antibacterial soap. So I went ahead and did that, you guys. I threw on some lounge clothes just because at that time I wasn't thinking about like getting cute, throwing on makeup. I was like, okay, I need to hurry up and get to the hospital, because I knew the risk of me actually having this baby vaginally, and it really could have ended in a uterine rupture. Just because I had 2 prior C-sections, my uterus has been cut into twice already, and I didn't want to take that risk of her coming out vaginally and us being in a crazy situation, especially on the way to the hospital. So you guys, it was really urgent for me to get to the hospital. So I called my midwife, or not the midwife, I called the doctor's office and I told them, you know, what was going on. They told me to come in right away. You know, I knew the protocol. This is my 3rd time around. So, you know, we were ready to go. My mom came. TJ, he put the car seats from, you know, our daughters in my mom's car so she can be prepared. Everything else, you guys, was already ready at my mom's house. We had the pack and play there. The girl's suitcase was ready. The house was filled with groceries. So honestly, as far as like prep for the baby, that was all done. So we really just was able to just walk out the door and not have to worry about anything. I just grabbed my camera bag and my laptop because I knew I wanted those 2 things to come with me to the hospital. Even though, you guys, if you see my birth vlog, a lot of that footage has been put on that has been from my iPhone, just because once we got to the hospital, you guys, it was crazy. So we left here about like 2:15 to go to the hospital. So it was about 30 minutes after my water broke. And when I got out the shower, you guys, I did put on like one of those thick pads just because I was like, I have a 45-minute ride to the hospital. I want to make sure I can make it there without wetting the car. I didn't even think about putting a towel underneath of me on the car. So literally the only protection I had was like one of those big, thick maxi pads. So anyway, once we got to the hospital, you guys, TJ, he pulled me to curbside and I was able to walk into labor and delivery while he parked the car. And I walked into labor and delivery, you guys, and because I got there about, I think we got to the hospital about 3:15. And once we got there to the hospital, it wasn't that busy at the time. So the nurses was able to really help me, get me in, get me checked in. Next thing you know, you guys, we were in triage. And once we got into triage and they knew that my water broke, my contractions did start once I got in the car, and I was having contractions about every 5 minutes. And when they put me on the monitors, you guys, they immediately checked me to see how dilated I was, and everything from that point was just boom, 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 boom. So the nurse told me, okay, you are 3 centimeters dilated, your water has broken, you're having strong contractions, we are worried about a possible uterine rupture. So they went ahead and called my doctor, and they said that the OR was being prepped for me. So because I did eat something at about 12 o'clock and they were doing a C-section on me like literally 5 hours later, they don't typically want something on your stomach for 8 hours. So I had to take some antacids, you guys, and I had to drink this nasty drink. And you know, it was really just to make sure that I didn't vomit or have any like nausea or anything like that during my surgery. I had to take like a whole bunch of antacids, which was fine. And it also pushed some through my IV before surgery. You guys, next thing you know, we were in triage. They gave TJ the suit to wear and we were wheeled off into the operating room, or I was wheeled off into the operating room. They took TJ into this like waiting area that they wait for him until, you know, I'm fully prepped. So you guys, they took me to the operating room. They were ready to go, but my operating room was still being like prepped. So when I was in my operating room, you guys, it was really nerve-wracking because that was my first time ever experiencing like hearing all of the instruments getting prepared for me and waiting for the doctor and literally just sitting on the operating table. You guys, I was shaking and I was praying and I was like, God, please, you know, just help that this surgery goes well. And I was just so nervous, you guys. But then I found out that the same doctor that was going to be delivering, or that delivered Leia, was actually going to be delivering, you know, this baby, which is Alana. And I was so excited just to know, and I felt relieved to know that it was the same doctor that delivered, you know, my previous baby. And it was just like, how blessed am I to be able to have this doctor on call for me, and it was amazing. So once I did find out that, you know, I was going to be having the same doctor, some of my nerves did calm down, but it was still nerve-wracking just hearing all the instruments, just hearing everything being prepped for me. And next thing you know, you guys, everything else went really fast. The anesthesiologist came in and he did an awesome job. And you know, next thing you know, they was pulling up the curtain and I was able to see TJ. And you guys, once I seen TJ and I was able to like hold his hand, you know, all of like the nerves finally started to go away, and I really started to be able to, I guess, you know, enjoy that experience and be like, okay, oh my gosh, you know, this baby is about to be here. I'm about to find out the gender of this baby. And yeah, So long and behold, you know, the delivery went really, really fast, you guys. They were getting that baby out of there. So they delivered Alana, and you guys, it was the most beautiful experience. Just hearing TJ, you know, reveal the gender of our baby, and you guys, I am never going to forget that experience. And it made that wait well worth it, and it made that delivery really, really special. And it's just so crazy how throughout my pregnancy with Alana, I was so nervous about bringing in my third baby, and just, you know, I just felt like, you know, this pregnancy was really unplanned. And, you know, I wasn't mad, you know, at God for, you know, allowing me to be pregnant at a time that I didn't want to be pregnant. I think that I was just nervous and apprehensive about, you know, just having 3 kids, you guys. You know, it is really, I don't know, it was just really surreal, just that pregnancy in those moments. But you guys, when I heard her cry for the first time and I found out that she was a girl, it was just like everything, and all of my nerves and my anticipation just went away. And I just felt so blessed to be an experience to have, you know, 3 kids, and 3 healthy kids, you know. And, you know, it was just really surreal. And after that point, you know, TJ, he ran and got up out the chair to go see her, and his first reaction was like, oh my gosh, she looks exactly like Leia. You guys, I'm gonna throw in some pictures of both the girls so you can see. It was just so crazy how much she did look just like Leia. And you know, it was just an amazing experience. After that, you guys, I was wheeled into recovery. And you know, from recovery, you guys, I guess because of the time that we had her, she was born at 4:33 a.m. Yes, I guess this girl is an early riser. She definitely still is, because she is definitely a night owl. She sleeps throughout the day, and at night, you guys, sometimes I just have to wake up and hold her because she's just looking at me through the bassinet. She definitely will be a night owl type of a person. But anyway, we was wheeled into recovery, and because of the time she was born, they did have to keep me in recovery for some time before my room was ready in postpartum. And you guys, once we got to postpartum, me and TJ and Alana, you guys, we were out, we were sleeping, and really, you know, we just began our next day. So you guys, really, that's really it for my birth story. You guys, it was really short and sweet, and everything happened so fast, and it really felt like a dream. My overall C-section experience was really positive this time. Again, you guys, I can't complain. I had the same doctor, and I even had one of the same labor and delivery nurses that I had with Leia, which was amazing. So the experience with my third C-section was good, and you know, I felt like I was in good hands at the hospital that I was at. You guys, honestly, that experience was amazing, and honestly, I can definitely say that I wish I would have done it with all 3 of my pregnancies, just because my pregnancy was so amazing, and I felt like it was so much of a joy and an excitement around me throughout my whole pregnancy. My family and my friends were just like so excited about finding out the gender of the baby and about the pregnancy, and I felt like, in a way, you know, that everyone was a little bit more excited about this pregnancy versus my other 2. And I know that kind of sounds biased, but I really feel like that. I really feel like it was just such a joy surrounding that pregnancy, and I wish I would have did it with all 3 girls, you guys. And that was amazing. As far as, I guess, gender disappointment, because this is my third girl, a lot of people, you guys, of course, thought that she was going to be a baby boy. Honestly, you guys, I thought that she was going to be a boy right up until the night before I delivered her. It was like a strong, like, instinct just came upon me that it was a baby girl. So you guys, I went in my closet and I just went ahead and put all of the baby girl clothes in my master bedroom, just because it just felt like this is a girl. And it's so crazy how I thought that I was going to have the feeling of what the gender was going to be a lot sooner. It literally didn't come you know, I guess on me until literally the night before she was born, which is so crazy. But as far as like, I guess gender disappointment, was I disappointed that I had a third girl? Absolutely not, you guys. It just felt like she belonged in our family, and being a girl mom, you guys, has been so, I guess, just natural for me. Honestly, I was really scared about having a boy just because I never experienced that, and I was nervous, you guys, about just the circumcision and just all the other decisions that you have to make when you having a son. So honestly, when I found out she was a girl, you know, I was really just relieved that all of those decisions that I would have had to make, that I didn't have to make, and she just fits in so perfectly. My other daughters, you guys, right now, I guess maybe it's just because she's so young, they really don't give, you know, two flips about her. She's just like, it's like she's always been here. They go on about their day. I mean, they go up to her, they give her a kiss, they're excited about her for a couple of minutes, but, you know, Brielle and Leia are just like, you know, it's kind of like she's always been here. They really don't have like any type of jealousy, animosity, or anything towards her. It's just like, oh, that's just the baby, which is so flipping cute. So yeah. Another thing too that I did do differently during this pregnancy was that I didn't have any hospital visitors for the first 24 hours after having her. And you guys, that was the best decision that I ever made. And at the time, my husband felt like I was being a little bit selfish. He was just like, you know, Britt, like, you're not gonna have any of our family come up and see the baby right after we have her. And I was like, TJ, no, you know, I just want to do something differently this time. And at the end of the day, he respected the decision that I made, especially just because, you know, it was me going through, you know, an operation and everything like that. But I think at the time he really didn't 100% agree with what I wanted to do, but he just respected it, and he said he's just gonna allow, you know, me to make that decision, and it was, you know, it was okay. But you guys, once we went past those first 24 hours, TJ was so exhausted. I mean, literally, we didn't get any sleep for a whole night because she was, you know, born at 4:36 in the morning. So it was like we didn't get any sleep, and TJ was able to rest. That first day, I was able to rest. You guys, I was able to get as much hands-on experience with lactation that I wanted. And at the end of the day, you guys, that first 24 hours, I was literally just in there, you know, chest out, boobs out, everything was out. And it just was so comfortable for me just to have my husband there and not have to worry about any visitors there while the nurses were doing like all of their checks and everything like that. So it was just amazing just to feel that comfort, to not have to worry about visitors being there, especially in that most like vulnerable time, at least for me and for my new baby. And I was able to get as much skin to skin as I wanted to. TJ was able to get, you know, skin to skin with Alana, which was amazing. And another thing too, you guys, since we didn't know the gender, we didn't have a girl's name picked out, and we were just going through the list trying to figure out, you know, what we were going to name her. And just to be able to, I guess, go through that just together with me and TJ and not have any other like outside influences, that was an amazing experience too. And yeah, I definitely would recommend for anybody who is, I don't care if you're having a vaginal delivery, I think those first 24 hours really should just be for you and for, you know, your husband, your significant other, and for baby. You guys, it was amazing. When visitors did come, when Alana was 48 hours old, you guys, we were ready for visitors. I had already been able to take a shower, and, you know, I felt refreshed. I had my pretty robe on, my nightgown, you guys. I felt good. I was ready to see all of, you know, my family and my friends and everything like that. So I definitely did like that 24-hour stay, or 24-hour no visitations. So yeah. So I think, you guys, that really is everything I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video. I hope this video wasn't too long. And yeah, as always, you guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I look forward to making so many more new videos for you guys this year. And you guys, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and join me here with my journey on YouTube. So I will see everybody in my next video. Bye.